What's the largest check you ever written in your life?
Some 3,550 crore.
Wow. You've spent time with Ratan Tata. You've spent time with Mukesh Ambani.
I have met almost all the billionaires in India.
Wow. What is the commonality you see in all these self-made Indian billionaires?
Force yourself for action. Problem in India is people think somebody is going to help. The one person who can help you is you. So when you decide to help yourself, you win.
This is billionaire mindset. If there are Gen Zs watching this and they want to reach that level of those larger businesses,
Two things are important in any business success: profitability and cash flow management. People think understanding finance is the job of finance manager. There is nothing more stupid than that. Anyone who understands finance, they win in their life.
how do you begin to understand finance?
It's very simple.
The day that you had to file for bankruptcy, what was your emotional state of mind?
See, once you have fallen, 95% of your friends will not respond to you.
Oof. You were the whistleblower for the 2G scam.
Yeah, and everybody knows it. But who paid the penalty for whistleblower? I paid.
It was much harder to do business 15 years ago.
Today the environment is so good. Why I sold my telecom license? Because there was a minister who was looking for money and I could not pay money.
Oh my god.
See, I am not poor. I am broke. So for me to come back is much faster and quicker. I am now 68 years. I have never borrowed 100 rupees from anybody in personal capacity. I want to attract money.
Wow. What was the most expensive purchase you had made?
One island, houses I bought. I lived in a fancy house, 524 crores, 71 bedrooms.
What was the craziest thing in that house of yours?
Everything was crazy.
In your eyes, when you look back at your whole career, what were your mistakes?
My mistake is very simple. I never thought that I have skills to build powerful enemies. And I always believed that government will come and help me. And I still believe when my case is finally heard in the court, the judiciary system will help me and the truth will prevail.
Shiva Shankaran sir is by far one of the most interesting life stories that I've got to know about through the course of this podcast. He's been one of the richest men that India has ever seen. And he's also been someone who lost it all. He went bankrupt after he chose to be the whistleblower in the 2G scam. He's gone from owning islands to selling off assets in order to pay off loans. And this was a very emotional, very heartfelt conversation, full of mistakes, full of learnings, full of human grit. I hope that you gain a lot of motivation through this episode. If you're a young entrepreneur, you will gain a lot of life lessons through this. He's founded SL, he's founded Barista Coffee, he's founded countless other companies over the course of independent India's history. If you've lived through the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s, chances are that you've directly or indirectly used a product that was created or helped by Shiva Shankaran sir's vision, his group of companies. He's had a very big role to play in the Indian business landscape over the last 20 to 30 years. And in this phase of life, he's actually paying back the debt after whatever he went through in the early 2010s. Very fascinating conversation about bouncing back in life. That's what I gained from this one. Today, he's running IVO Health, which is a worldwide range of health clinics that aims to help human beings with their longevity, with the process of staying alive well beyond their expected lifespan. This is Shiva sir's story and his heart revealed to you on the Runway Show. Enjoy, but watch this one with a bit of a notebook so that you make some notes for your own business journey and your own journey of life. Enjoy. I'm very honored and very happy to be sitting in front of you, Shiva sir.
Yeah, I am also very honored to be in your show. See, in 2024, I really wanted to be in your show. And I'm happy that it happens in this month of December.
Yeah. I'm just getting back from my Goa trip, which made national news right now.
Yeah, you had a problem. You nearly faced a death.
Yeah, I mean, for 10-15 seconds, I started fading away a little bit. Fortunately, there were the right people around. I think God protects the people who
You
pray
are
to God.
lucky.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Are you lucky?
Yeah, many times I faced this kind of death problem. In 2008, when Taj had terrorist, my son previous day night asked me to have dinner in Oberoi. And I have never refused any of my requests of my only son. But I don't know why I refused. I told him no dinner. You went today, why should I come with you tomorrow there? If we would have gone for dinner to that Indian restaurant in Oberoi, we would have dead. In 2001 in New York, I was in the previous plane for 9/11.
Really?
And then when the plane stopped, I come and see in the terminal, it was hitting
Oh
the
my
tower.
God.
My plane was the next one.
Oh my God.
And I got saved. And in 2012, I was with Ratan Tata where one engine failed.
Yeah.
I saved. So it is normal, and the God is saving me for a purpose.
That engine failing story, I think y'all were supposed to land in Colombo, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
yes. We were flying from Singapore to Seychelles, and they woke me up and said, in 30 minutes, we will have a problem.
They told you the plane is going to crash.
Yes. And I sent an email to my son sitting in the plane with my password. So I told him, you read all my emails so you will understand what I'm doing in business.
You were effectively crafting your will in some ways.
It's not a will. Death is not a painful action for the person who dies. It is a painful for the people whom we leave. And I want to make that comfortable.
Yeah. I have a lot of questions about all these
Please go ahead.
moments, okay?
Yeah.
But I have to set some context for the
Yes,
viewers because I think a
absolutely.
lot of people are meeting you digitally for the first time through this
Yes.
episode.
Yes.
So I'll begin with a very podcast-oriented question. What's the largest check you ever written in your life to anyone?
Some 3,550 crore from my personal account.
Wow. Who was it?
I wrote it to Nimesh Kampani, the famous chairman of JM Financial Services. And both Nimesh Kampani and Birla delivered their promises, and I made about 1,040 crores profit in that transaction.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How does it feel dealing in that thousands of crore range of money?
It doesn't feel anything because that is not my happiness. The outcome was not my happiness. My happiness is I started practicing a life to work for success. When you work for success, it becomes a way of life. So there is no difference. As soon as I wake up, I start working. And then when I sleep, even in the sleep, I used to get dreams of my project of satellite or submarine cable or this thing.
Respect.
Yeah.
Wow. You genuinely enjoy
Yes.
work.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
I even developed a slogan. I enjoy what I do and do what I enjoy.
For people who have not researched about you until this episode,
Yeah.
can you just list out some of the companies that you have founded?
See, I can list out what all I founded in past.
Sure.
I started a fabrication company in the name of Sarvana Engineering. Then I went to a cellular computer company in the name of Sterling Computer. Then I went to a cellular company in Sterling Cellular. Then I went and formed a Siva Limited in Bermuda to put a submarine cable from America to Chennai.
Wow.
Then I put a satellite in Siva Satellite, joined with Singapore Telecom, and I put STM4 in the sky for DTH.
Wow.
Then I opened a DishNet to bring the broadband to the houses. Then I started Fresh and Honest. This is the fresh name, and the honest is only in this company in the world. And competed against Starbucks. I brought a 10 rupees espresso to all the railway stations in India. And later Barista made it for 100 rupees. I had about 48 companies. I don't even remember those companies. All these things ended in 2014 when I first filed for bankruptcy for no fault of me. Okay, I gave a guarantee to one telecom company who invested from Bahrain that if license cancelled by government of India for whatever reason, okay, I have to pay their investment back. It has nothing to do with my credibility or integrity or anything. And I need not have signed that contract also, guarantee also. A stupidity. Because every human being is born with stupidity and little foolishness. But he has an option to practice it. Unfortunately, at that time, I chose to practice my stupidity and foolishness together. So I signed it. And the government of India, for no reason, 4 years, 11 months, 17 days later, they cancelled the license. Actually, Supreme Court cancelled the license, even though I was not in front of the Supreme Court. So I went back to Supreme Court and filed. My case is pending in Supreme Court. When it is heard, I will get my money back.
Wow. Seeing so many businesses be built out and then something that's out of your control plays a role in your life.
Yeah,
The day that you had to file for bankruptcy,
yeah.
what was your emotional state of mind?
I was quite okay. See, because I read the Donald Trump book before I filed bankruptcy. He says in that the only difference between for me after filing bankruptcy is things which I used to get faster now will get delayed. I will still win. That Donald Trump's book motivated me. I filed bankruptcy, and the same day I draw a plan that what I will do for becoming a billionaire again.
Respect.
See, I am not poor. Many common people in India think I am poor. No, I am broke. So for me to come back to what I lost is much faster and quicker. Because I am now thinking of my future in present tense. I'll give you an analogy. When milk becomes sour, when yogurt becomes spoiled, it becomes cheese, a more highly valued product. Take grapes. Grapes become sour, it becomes an expensive wine. So when I had this problem, I am no longer interested in making 2 billion. Now I am interested to make my first 8 billion.
Wow.
And then, I have other ideas. I want to become a largest employee of digital workers in 2025, 2026.
Wow.
I want to employ 200,000 digital workers in 100 countries
Beautiful.
who will work for Siva. And they will look after you.
Yeah.
So I'm building now AI agents.
AI agents. There's too much to learn from you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you go for 2-3 hours. so
Yeah.
I have to make you sit down and just
See,
extract.
I made you smart.
Yeah. I'm feeling a little blessed,
Yeah.
that my job allows me to meet
Yeah.
people like yourself.
Yeah.
Because I actually feel that real education in life comes from experience rather than just college.
The greatest aim of education is not knowledge but action. Change your thinking and change your life.
Yeah.
And force yourself for action. See, problem in India is people think somebody is going to help. They need to understand nobody will help. Only the one person who can help you is you. So when you decide to help yourself, you win.
When you see a young entrepreneur like me,
Yes.
what goes on in your mind?
See, your life, I want to give only one advice. Life is equal to time. Time is equal to money. So Ranveer, your life is equal to money. So, but you are spending that currency, Ranveer, without knowing what is the balance. Now imagine for a second that nobody was there to save you in the sea. What would have happened to you? But you are spending that expensive currency, But people don't, when they spend the time, they don't think that they are spending the currency.
Understood.
Then another thing I see when I look at you is you have sleep debt.
Yeah.
And you understand, Ranveer, your credit card debt I can pay. But sleep debt only you have to pay.
Yeah.
And there is another problem in sleep debt. If you don't pay within that week, that becomes with a big interest.
Later on in life,
Yeah,
especially, right?
it increases your blood sugar
Yeah.
and you become diabetic. And once you become diabetic, you have been issued a passport to death. Then you get 3 other diseases: cardiovascular disease, cancer, Alzheimer. So this is the issue.
Yeah. Man, okay. A lot of tangential questions.
Yes.
But again, my main job is to make myself and the audiences understand you better.
Yeah.
Would love to know a little bit about your childhood, sir. If we can
Childhood.
begin there.
I was an ordinary student. born, and then I went to a corporation school. I learned when I was doing first standard, the only person who can help me is you, myself. Then I realized unless I make money and do ordinary things in an extraordinary way, people won't appreciate me.
What did your parents do?
My father was a school teacher. My mother was a housewife.
Okay.
Luckily, I was the only son and blessed with three nice younger sisters. So everybody took care of, and I'm grateful to my father because he gave me a lot of freedom. See, 55, 60 years back, giving children freedom is a complex matter. Okay, he gave me freedom. So I could read all these things. And then at the age of 24, I went to New York to teach computer programming.
What did you study in college?
I studied only mathematics and economics.
What was your degree?
I have no BA,
BA.
economics.
Wow.
And mathematics. Yeah, but I went to OPM course in Harvard. I went for non-financial manager course in other universities.
Yeah.
But most of the help is the life taught me.
So you think that higher education you got at Harvard and those other universities, it played a role in your career?
Yeah, it made me smart.
Like what?
See, first 24 years I was an entrepreneur. Then, at that time, I was also making decisions. I gave directions to the decision-making team. And then I become the mentor. Okay. Education will help you. But will education make you successful? No. Success is equal to skill plus luck. But great success is equal to 30% more skill, but tons of luck. Then I started thinking, how can I get good luck? Then I decided by doing my karma good and practicing dharma will get me luck.
Being a good human and having a spiritual bent.
Yes, absolutely. I believe in God.
Yeah.
And of course, cash also. And believe in me also.
This is exactly how I look at life.
Yeah.
You know what you're describing?
Yes.
I definitely feel there's a huge element of luck and destiny in anyone's life.
Yes.
And you have to be a good human being, be kind to others,
Yes.
pray to God, say thank you to God,
Yeah.
and at the same time work towards earning money.
Yeah.
And then you can earn the money better if you do the first few things right.
Absolutely.
Right?
No, earning money only makes you rich. It does not guarantee you a rich life.
Yeah. You've spent time with Ratan Tata.
Yes.
You have spent time with Mukesh Ambani.
Yes.
You have spent time with Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
Yes.
Right? These are the three people that the public knows about.
Why? I spent with Mukesh Ambani, I spent time with Anil Ambani, I spent with his Sambandhi also.
Fair to say you've met even other leaders.
I have met almost all the billionaires in India. I met Adani
Oh, wow.
when he was worth only 200 crores.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow. So many questions.
yes. I met Sashi Duya. You know how I met Sashi Duya? In London, I just entered Air India first class and said, my next seat was Sashi Duya.
Oh, wow.
And he said he knows Tamil, so he started speaking in Tamil. And the funny thing, Sashi Duya those days was more having entrepreneurship skills than me. In a piece of paper, he made a deal of 1,000 crore with me.
Oh, wow. In that same flight? Seriously?
Same flight. You should ask his son and his brother Ravi Duya. He's so smart. In a piece of paper, piece of pen, we discussed.
If there are Gen Zs watching this who are
Yes.
just fresh out of college or who are in college
Yeah.
and they want to reach that level of starting those larger businesses.
Very easy. Today, change your mind. That changes your life. And then push yourself for action. You will win. See, for Gen Zs, if they want to become Mukesh Ambani or Adani or Tata, it is 100% possible.
What do they begin with?
Because today the environment is so good. See, like my time, why I sold my telecom license, my first license to Sashi Duya for 1,000 crore. Because there was a minister at that time who were looking for money and I could not pay money. And I do not, the system at that time, borrow from financial institution and start project. So I thought better I sell one license and I will come and do the telecom business in my second license. That is what I did. Today, the environment is completely changed. Everything is digital. You have AI, and all the government enable things faster, quicker.
It was much harder to do business
Ah,
15 years ago.
50. I'm
50.
talking about 50 years back.
Okay.
Last 10 years, everything changed.
Hmm.
In the next 10 years, it will become much more easier. I'll give you one small example.
Please, sir.
35 years back, when I take my Indian passport to a European trade show, they will look at the entrance. You are from India. They will give you a gift. They don't want you to enter the booth because they think you have no purchasing parity to buy any of that products that is sold. Now, on the contrary, in 2025, if you go with a Indian passport to any hall in any Europe, you are the VIP there.
Hmm.
Indians have more purchasing capacity.
Hmm. Yeah.
So country is great. You can be proud being an Indian today. You are well respected.
So that whole phase of your life, with everything that happened at Aircel, effectively, I think what has become public knowledge now is that there was some kind of political pressure there.
Yeah,
It caused that
that's
whole
okay.
situation. I would also say that you were the whistleblower for the 2G scam,
Yeah.
right? So
As a result, only I am suffered last 10 years. The auditor, the CAG, wrote a book. In that, he clearly writes that Estelle was the whistleblower,
yeah.
and everybody knows it. But who paid the penalty for whistleblower? I paid. I have not even traveled for last 4 years out of India because there was a lookout notice. Only last week I received an order from Madras High Court that I am permitted to travel.
First of all, respect.
Mm.
For you, I think you did the right thing,
Yes.
and you did it at a large cost of yourself,
Yeah.
right?
I sacrificed myself, but I feel proud. I don't regret.
There's a word in Hindi called panga.
Manga.
Have you heard this word?
No.
Means like you're taking on someone.
Yeah, I am panga panga. I'm not scared of panga.
But you took a panga with corrupt politicians,
Yeah.
effectively, and then
Yes.
they came back for you in
Yeah.
some way.
Yeah. People genuinely believe that I am responsible for all these 5,000, 4,000 crore liability, which they don't understand. These are guarantees. See, I wrote a Tamil song which roughly translate. The smell of the flower will be known someday. So I'm waiting for my day. The cases will be heard and the truth will prevail.
In 2024, the nation has a lot of questions about Ratan Tata, sir.
Yeah.
Literally remember him being an icon right from the time I was a little boy.
Yes.
In the mid 90s. And he's truly an icon. You realize the value of a man often by the reaction that people have at the time of his passing. And the reaction that the whole nation collectively had about Ratan Tata, sir, says a lot about the life that he lived. But you met him every day for 7 years of your life.
7 years, and before that we were friends. On 28th of December, every day I will call him, whichever country I am in, okay, to wish him a happy birthday. This 28th I can't see him, so I'm going. They have invited me for a function to celebrate his birthday. So 28th I'll go there.
On the day that we're recording this, that means it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Wow.
I will go there for that function.
We must speak about him.
Yes.
Could you tell me about the first time you ever met him and why?
See, the first time I met him in Singapore, Ritz-Carlton, he was waiting for a car and I was living in the same hotel in the presidential suite in Singapore those days. So I went and introduced myself. I said, "Why are you standing here?" He said, "Siva, I'm expecting my car. It is delayed." So I told him, "Let's have a water." So he said, "Yes." So we had a water. And then we agreed to meet. Then I met him in London. I met him in the plane. I met him in America. We kept on meeting.
Who were you at this point in life? Like what businesses were you running?
No, I was running cellular business. I was doing all others. I was traveling actively.
Okay.
And then he was opening a insurance business with the AIG. He then explained to me that he is facing problem in the AIG insurance business because AIG was putting too many conditions. That time, Mr. Frank Wisner, when he was US ambassador in India, I met him and his brother was a lawyer who was my lawyer. So I told him that Mr. Ratan Tata, this is the strategy and tactics you should do. At that time, Mr. Rangachari was the insurance authority. So in Frankfurt airport, I made Mr. Ratan Tata to talk to Mr. Rangachari, and Mr. Rangachari said he is willing to issue a license or insurance for Tatas, even if AIG does not come. So that helped R&T to negotiate much better with AIG. Then I went and met Frank Wisner in AIG office, and then we closed the deal. After closing that, Mr. Tata said, Siva, every time I meet you, I consult you for one matter, this matter, that matter. Why can't we have a meeting in our conference room? I will call all the CEOs
Of the
my
Tata
company.
Group.
Yeah. So he arranged the meeting. So I went to the head office. I addressed to all the CEOs. My program was, what is my story?
As in what you presented to them.
Yes. And then some of the people told Mr. Tata, we need someone like this in our team who is also using lot of lateral thinking.
Got it.
So then I started, and every day I used to go to Mr. Tata's house at 7:15, spend 45 minutes in discussing about various companies.
7:15 in the morning.
7:15 in the morning.
So you did a lot of these breakfast meetings with him, I'm assuming.
Yes. No
Yeah.
breakfast, only tea.
No, nothing to eat.
No. His breakfast was very poor. He will eat some scrambled egg.
Oh,
and
okay.
this.
And you had tea.
Yeah.
That's it.
And we will make sure that you do exercise also to save time.
During the meeting.
During the meeting, one of the favorite exercise, because we know that in future he is going to suffer with the stability issues. So he was fully aware of the forward head posture problem he is facing. We treated him for that in Boston with Bob Cooley.
Okay.
We arranged it. What happened? Tata won't have time. And at that time, the new house was only under construction. He lived in an apartment.
Okay.
So we used to go, and my guys will do the physiotherapy and the exercise. And the time, we will talk also.
Let me just do some context
Yeah.
setting here again. So let's just say that initially you met Ratan Tata sir because you were also a very experienced business owner at that point.
Yeah.
Life made you guys meet.
Yeah.
And then through your meetings, he understood that you give very sharp consultation about
Yeah.
his businesses
See, I
also.
have one skill. I can help people easily find out what mistakes they do.
Wow.
And then I can help them to make their profitability by 10x. I can make them to think differently and successfully. And I can design a new products and services what can win in the market.
So clearly, Ratan Tata saw a lot of value in your proposition.
Yeah.
And eventually he said that, no, listen, you need to talk to all the CEOs of the Tata Group as well.
Yes.
Who am I sitting in front of, sir?
Yeah.
Like, so you've literally given business coaching to the CEOs of the Tata Group. in some
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Respect. Again,
Respect.
I have so many business questions, but I also have so many questions about Ratan Tata, sir. So actually, let's begin with Ratan Tata, sir.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Honoring his birthday, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Could you tell me about where he lived? Like, how was the place?
It's an ordinary 3-bedroom flat, not well organized at that time. And he himself will do everything. I'll give you an example. He will not allow you to help. See, that age, he want to carry his own baggage, and his requirements in life are very simple. He's a very simple industrialist.
He lived life very simply,
Simple.
but lots of thoughts.
Lots of thought, how to grow India.
That was his main mission.
Yes. And nobody can influence him. Nobody can threaten him also. And he will comply all rules.
When you're saying nobody can influence him, I think what you are trying to say, sir, is like, because he was such a powerful man, people constantly wanted to get on his good side or try to change his decisions, try to show their own importance in front of him. But you're saying that he had his own independent mind.
Yeah. But if you go and give data and explain why he has to change his decisions, based on the data, he is open to that. Say, for example, I was with him in Paris. He was doing training pilot training, there was a note which argued that TCS should go for IPO and TCS should not go for IPO. There are a lot of confidentialities in that note, so I won't discuss the note.
Sure.
But I discussed with him that going public will help Tata Group and temporarily it will create cash flow problems for the Tata Sons. But in the long range on capitalization and everything, okay, that time only Infosys was a listed company. So I took a personal bet that it will reach 800 rupees within that number of days of listing. And then he came back after the training and approved TCS to go for public. He was fully sold out. And the TCS share at that month itself reached after listing 800 rupees.
Wow.
And he took me to the most expensive Japanese restaurant that Taj has got. And he treated wasabi and treated me. But I also took and treated him and his chefs when they achieved C-reactive protein 0.05.
As in,
So,
his blood report,
yeah,
something showed.
sure.
Correct.
And then his cook, Rajan, and his assistant, Subbaya, and Mr. Tata, and I, we went to that restaurant. And I told him, even though it belongs to Tata, today is my treat for dinner.
Did you ever talk about things not related to business and work with him?
All the time.
So what did he like talking about?
Anything. There is nothing that is forbidden to talk to Tata. Once you are closer with him, once nobody is there, of course, his kind of people will be there. Okay, we used to go to Geneva for the motor show. We used to go to Spain and Barcelona for the telecom show. We used to go it in US and everything. He will talk about every subject.
Yeah. What do you think he enjoyed talking about the most?
Everything, current affairs, Henry Kissinger, suddenly from Hillary Clinton to companies, to car companies, steel companies, everything.
Yeah. Do you think he was a happy man?
He was happy in doing things happy.
He found happiness in execution.
Yeah, the only time he expressed his unhappiness, before his death, I had a call where he took the call from his garden. That time he said, Siva, I am not able to walk to the garden. I don't have the energy. That was the only depressing conversation I had with Mr. Ratan Tata. And after that, he is no more.
So you're saying that his main mission in his heart was to help the growth of India. That's what he was driven towards.
Yes. And help also people. He wanted to help for all his pets. He wanted to help for common man.
How did he take that whole phase of the legal battle with Cyrus, sir?
He took it rightly.
He got angry at all?
No anger.
Just calm.
No, see, Tata won't get anger. His anger will be like it differently. His principles was not accepted. He will not cooperate. He will fight.
You know, you said that his main mission was to help Indian people.
Yes.
Can you list out those forms of help in about 5 or 6 points? What did he stand for?
First, he impressed the Indians with the quality. Say, for example, you take salt. Many people don't understand. Most of the food, they fail in lab because the salt has got contamination in their food.
Okay. What any food you're talking
Any
about?
food. Tata, whatever they wanted to supply, they imposed qualities beyond the government regulations. Say, for example, Tata Group will not do anything that will harm people.
Got it.
And then they will not bribe. 4 years, TTSL could not get a license to cross the road in Tamil Nadu because he doesn't want to bribe anybody. Then when I came to know, then I personally went and explained to the telecom minister who was responsible, who was handling the permission, and then got a GO done without paying any money. And then the wire cost. Can you believe the whole project was delayed 3 years because of that?
Because of ethics and values.
Ethics.
Wow.
See, he demonstrated that without paying bribe, without influencing the government, a group can survive.
Yeah. Do you think he was happy with his own journey or he wanted to do more?
So the implication that I derived is he is happy in life and happy was with life. Happy with life because he did what he wanted to do for other people. Happy in life because he enjoyed what he wanted to enjoy. That is a lifestyle he chose.
What did he enjoy? Work, results.
See, okay, it is very different. He enjoyed taking that car on Sunday and coming for a round. Once in a week, he has parked about 7-8 cars. He will come to Taj Mouse. I had the opportunity several weeks to sit with him in the front seat. We will go around that Oberoi Hotel, make one round and come. And then we take another car and do this.
Wow. What car was
That, all ordinary cars to extraordinary cars.
it? So it would be a normal.
Normal and not so normal car, everything.
Hmm.
But whatever thing he enjoyed, he really enjoyed.
Got it.
See, one day he will say, Siva, let's have an apple pie with vanilla ice cream. We used to order. He will sit and enjoy.
He took out the
Ah.
best from every moment.
Yes.
Hmm.
And the same happiness in the France, in Paris, in a restaurant, he will enjoy. You see, I only wish that I met Ratan Tata very early on in my life. See, his early life was not very lovable. He was not happy with his father. So, when his mother left and he had a lot of bad experiences in younger childhood, that changed him to work for the society, that strengthened him. But as a person, it has broken him.
He ever spoke to you about it?
Couple of times, bit and pieces.
You're currently living in Chennai, right?
Yes. But if I would not have made two mistakes in my life, today I will have 100,000 crores. Can you tell me what is the two mistakes I made?
One is that contract
No,
signing. No?
not learning Hindi.
Not learning Hindi.
Hindi, yeah. If I would have learned Hindi, okay, I would have attracted the whole 140 crore people. Second, I should have moved to Delhi or Bombay.
When you were younger.
Yeah. If I would have moved to Bombay or Chennai or Delhi and I would have learned Hindi, okay, I would have definitely made 100,000 crores here.
Wow. That's a billionaire speaking.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say that.
Yeah.
What was your first business ever?
My first business was the fabrication. I did the equipment for thermal power station. I was competing BHEL,
How old were you?
24.
How did you get the capital to begin at 24?
I did a small work, made my first 12,000 rupees. That allowed me. See, I am not a guy who borrows money. Can I tell you a secret of me?
Yeah, sure.
I am now 68 years. I have never borrowed 100 rupees from anybody in personal capacity. I want to attract money. I don't want to take a loan. So when you attract money, money flows.
Can you speak from that 24-year-old's perspective?
Uh,
What were you doing between 22 and 24?
just thinking of good idea how to make money.
You knew you wanted to do business in life.
I want to do only business. See, what is business itself? People have forgotten.
Yeah.
To be busy with an activity which makes money.
You know, I have some 26-year-old brothers of mine.
Yeah,
As in they're friends, but they're like brothers.
yeah.
They already think they're old in life at
Yeah,
26,
because-
27.
Yes, because they might have worked hard and they are not sleeping and they are not enjoying.
No, they think that their time is gone to do something in life.
No. Every day, one door closes, two doors is open.
Yeah. Honestly, even I'm 31, 32, so
Yeah.
I think when you hit your 30s, there's a part of you, especially as a guy, where you start feeling younger.
Yeah,
You feel older in your late 20s than you do in your early 30s.
yeah.
I don't know why that is. It could
No,
be.
because you are learning new things and relative it to older thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You feel very capable, I think, in your early 30s because you realize that, yeah, I've worked so hard in my 20s. I've obviously learned some skills. Now I can work more intelligently in my 30s.
Correct.
Rather than.
See, when you become intelligent, what takes 18 hours to achieve something, you will do it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it kind of makes you hungry to re-enter business again,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Also, when you have too much of experience, you get wisdom. See, till the age of 25, your brain is not supporting you to make outcome-based speaking.
Can you tell me about your that first gig, how you made money at age 24? First
See,
gig as in first career opportunity.
First career, I was in the Institution of Engineer as a student member to study some soil mechanics book. At that time, the one secretary, G.H. Gobinath Rao was there. He came and said, why can't you hire someone and make these drills faster? Because I want to have the show. The librarian was looking at me. So I went and met him and said, I can make it happen. And I did it. I made my first 12,000 rupees.
So effectively, you figured that someone needs help with some particular project.
Yes.
And then you went to people who could do the project. You said, hey, please do this. I'll pay you so much.
Yes.
And you sold it for a higher price. Beautiful.
Yeah.
This is what business is.
Yes. And then I also understood one thing. If you can dig deeper and discover the unmet needs of the people and convert that into a viable business proposition by exceeding their expectations in terms of price, performance, quality, and delivery, you will be a winner.
That's the basic formula for business at any age.
Yeah. And after this, I trained my mind to be successful. And then I was successful. Then I realized I am not training myself hard enough to dominate that area. Then what happened? Something got into Siva's mind and I started training very hard. So my success is imminent, guaranteed. But domination is questionable.
Domination is?
Questionable. Because I may dominate. See, any business I want to come run with, me becoming successful is already written. That is not a problem. I want to dominate.
How do you do it?
I do it
No, but
because of my arrogancy and my persuasion, my ability to work hard, dig deeper, and innovate, replicate, integrate.
What about the younger entrepreneurs listening to this?
They can also do it, and if they need help, all they need to know my email, siva@ivo.com.
Wow.
I am here to help you.
You'll mentor people?
Yes, I want to mentor people free for small people. For rich people, I want to mentor on their outstanding increased profitability. Suppose, Ranveer, I come to you. You should be making about, say, 100 crore. I will help you to make 1,000 crore. In the 900 crore more profit, pay me a percentage.
Wow.
That is my business.
Wow. You have your first client.
Yes. Because people don't want to get cheated or delayed. What I want to do an outcome-based business.
What's your intention with this conversation? Like, what do you want people to know?
Sir, I want people to know whatever they dream, they can actualize it. But I also want to teach them how to make their first 100 crore.
First 100 crore.
Or 1,000 crore. Or 10,000 crore. Take a zero, put it as many zeros you want. You are the one. Place that one in front of the zero. If you are stupid to place that in front of only 4 zero, you make 10,000. But if you are intelligent to put before 9 zero, you make 1,000 crores.
What do you sacrifice in that process?
There is nothing to sacrifice. You brought nothing. It is Bhagavad Gita. You came with nothing. You are not going to take anything. What you enjoyed is yours. What you have left is for others. There is no enemies. And if someone comes and tells you, Ranveer, to you, I am your enemy, make him as a friend so that you can screw him. we should not fight with enemies.
Yeah.
We convert all our enemies into our friends. Then we put our hand and take the money from the pocket.
Lovely. Enjoying this conversation.
Any of these Gen Z guys want to make your first 100 crore, come and work with me at an intern for 10 to 15 days or 1 month. I will change your life.
Yeah. You know, honestly, sir, when I look back, so I graduated from engineering college,
Yes.
and every adult around me told me go for an MBA, go for an MBA, and I didn't end up going for an MBA. But I started all this, and then I
What is
started
the MBA you are referring?
Masters of Business
Okay,
Administration.
okay. Because many old people, when they come and meet me and say, I am an MBA, they said married but available. So your MBA, you are talking about education.
Yeah, education.
Okay.
But I didn't do my MBA.
Yeah.
Instead, I just started YouTubing. I started associated businesses with it. So my advice to any Gen Z is usually begin with an internship
Yes.
or begin with a very doable business to understand the basics of business with.
I will share the secret.
Sure.
If there's any youngster, first you should choose the best 5 people with whom he can communicate.
As in?
Best with whom he can talk about business, talk about life and everything. You know why?
You're saying find mentors?
No, first find 5 people,
Okay.
anyone. Your wealth will be only the total of that 5. So you need to keep at least 1,000 crore guy or a 5,000 crore guy with you so that you add that, it will come to that money. Set a goal. Most of our Gen Z people have not yet set a goal. Because if you don't set a goal, you won't reach there. See, today you came to your office to do podcast with me. If your goal is not come to your office, would you have come to a office? No. The goal setting is such an important thing. But people don't set a goal because they have no experience in setting. And then people are worried that other people will criticize. If you set a goal and if you feel other people will criticize, don't share the goal to them, but work on that every day. It is winning a goal is so easy, Ranveer. You do repetitive action. You know, you want to walk from Mumbai to Himalaya. What do? You put your left foot, right foot, walk, walk, walk. Million times you reach Himalaya.
Yeah. So you're effectively saying choose 5 people around you who you can discuss business with, and ideally 1 or 2 of them at least should be worth a lot of money.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Second, set a goal for yourself.
Yeah.
Third, work hard.
Yeah.
Fourth, if you're scared about criticism, then don't voice your goal openly.
Yeah.
Just keep working silently.
And what makes you to win in business is empathy and charisma. IQ will get you the job. EQ will get you the promotion.
Yeah. I see many people lacking in exactly this, you know.
Yes.
On a very macro level,
Yes.
it's about not understanding the end customer, not having empathy for the end customer.
Yeah.
And on a micro level, it's about not having empathy about your teammates.
Yes.
You need to be able to manage people as well.
Yes. Managing people is the only thing in life which makes you to win. Because otherwise you are selling your time. When you manage people, you sell their time to your advantage.
How many years did you run that first business alone?
Sir, my concept is little different. I wanted to live one life worth equal to 10 life. So I built business and sell it.
Okay.
Those time Indians could not understand it.
This is 80s.
Because I was the first guy to sell business. Yeah. At that time, the whole India said, Siva is stupid to sell business. Now you know what India 2025 does? They all want to sell business. And I like our industrialists. The great examples of this country is, you take Gautam Adani. Gautam Adani has demonstrated that without going MBA, by entering Apple business or port business or any business, or coming after so much of adversity, he has won.
I'm very curious to know people like yourself,
Yeah.
people like Gautam Adani. What were their 20s and 30s like, sir?
Yeah.
Like, how do you look back at your 20s?
See, when I was 20s, there were not opportunities like this. There was no communication like this. There were no encouragement.
It was harder back then.
Yeah, it's a very hard time.
How do you make those business jumps? You still follow those same formulae?
Same formula.
Okay.
See, masala tea, 50 years back, same formula. Even now, same formula. Pav Bhaji, same formula.
Yeah. Why isn't everyone able to do it then?
See, Harvard School's business study says people improve if they have 2 things. One is desire. Ranveer, you have desire. Now you need to learn to take some selling skill.
Mm.
Sell any damn thing.
Got it.
Sell a service or product. Then you make money.
Like learn
Yeah.
sales skills a little bit.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And seek a customer and then figure out how to retain them.
Mm.
This is like dating a girl. That requires a different skill.
Mm.
Then marrying and living as a husband requires a different skill.
Mm.
Try to acquire both skills.
Yeah. So how's your mental health been throughout this journey?
I am one of the crazy guy in India in 140 crore to pay attention to mental health. I call this as a software. See, today I am loaded with the 2025 software. If your mental skills and mental health is not good, it won't give you instructions. I can give you a demonstration. The eye sees everything. Eye is a part of a neurology system. And then it converts into electrical signals. Suppose I want to touch this mic. It gives me instruction, touch.
Mm.
It says both hands should touch. This is a neurological test also.
Sure.
Yeah.
So all these billionaires that you hang out with,
Yes.
how is their mental health?
If you take Ambani's, Dhirubhai Ambani was a great financial genius. But Dhirubhai Ambani entered into textile business. Already Nestle's family was 100 years in the same textile business. Yeah.
Mm.
So what made him win is financial genius. And then he motivated his two children.
Like, what's a financial genius means what? Like,
Financial genius means, see, finance is the most important thing for you to be successful in business.
okay.
That consists of two things. One is profitability, second is cash flow management.
Okay.
Most of the companies in America goes bankrupt, not because it is not profitable,
But because of cash
because
flow.
they've grown so fast and they cannot manage the cash flow.
Mhm. Explain through an example.
Suppose you make idli.
Mm.
You yourself make idli and sell. So you are comfortable. Now everybody likes Ranveer idli. So lot of demand started coming. Then you started hiring people. Now people are not paying for your idli same day. It comes late.
Mm.
Then you are not able to manage the cash flow. You go out of business.
Mm.
So two things are important in any business success. Profitability and cash flow management.
I think so profitability to a large degree, even audiences understand.
Yes.
What kind of coaching do you want to give people on that cash flow subject?
Cash flow subject, people think understanding finance is the job of finance manager. There is nothing more stupid than that. The entire 140 crore population should understand about finance.
The skill that actually makes
Yes.
Dhirubhai Ambani rich.
Yes. Anyone who understands finance, they win in their life.
How do you begin to understand finance?
It's very simple. Start learning today if you don't know already.
You need
Okay.
to learn how to read balance
Yes.
sheets.
No, that is all reading balance sheet and all is very simple. You please understand what is costing. Cost is not what you buy. Cost is like a activity based costing. The time it takes to buy, the time it takes to store, time it stores to get spoilage,
Mm.
the time you plan to buy at a cheaper price and sell it. For
Gotcha.
example, one time ITC bought onions for 4 rupees and stored it and sold it for 500 times more profit, 500%. Okay, it's a very simple concept.
Mm. Got it.
And India is a big country. So you get nearly billions of opportunities to make money. I see money and wealth everywhere in India.
Did you ever meet Dhirubhai Ambani?
I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How-
I'm very inspired. I have a great respect for him.
Yeah. As do all of us.
Yeah.
How old was he when you must have met him?
I don't remember, but I met him. I spent nearly 40 minutes and I had the pleasant memory of having tea.
Oh, wow. How was it hanging out with him?
Very good. It's charisma, lot of energy,
Mm.
an attraction, powerful eyes. One look he looks at, anyone will agree with him, even without speaking.
Intimidating?
No, pleasant,
Pleasant but powerful.
powerful.
Mm.
I had the privilege of meeting two people like that, Ranveer. And one person resembles like you.
Oh,
When I first met you this morning, I was remembering meeting Rajiv Gandhi for the first time in his place. Full of charisma. Just with one white jippa and the thing. He met me, he took over the house, he spoke to me. Full charismatic leader.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remind you of Rajiv Gandhi.
Yeah,
Okay. We look little similar, that's why.
yeah. No, the same charisma you have.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Means a lot.
Yes.
I think charisma is one of those things you develop because of the people you meet also.
Also.
Some of it is natural,
Yeah.
but a lot of it is based on the people
Yeah.
you meet. And I think charisma develops more when you keep your ears open and listen more than you speak.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You've spent time with Rajiv Gandhi also.
Yeah.
You know, so in my generation, there's something we hear about Rajiv Gandhi. And again, this is not a political conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not a BJP Congress situation. This is just a conversation about a human being.
Yeah.
They say that if he wasn't assassinated, he would have taken India to a very different place.
Absolutely. But whatever Rajiv Gandhi wanted to take India to a big different place, today our Prime Minister Modi has taken.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I envy about Mr. Modi,
Hmm.
I am not able to find a CEO in India who will work like our Prime Minister. Look at his schedule. Yeah, morning he works up. The only time he sacrifices yoga is when he wanted to visit his mother.
Yeah.
And he goes to his mother's funeral, and in the afternoon he goes for inauguration. See, karma he practices to the core extent.
Hmm.
He devoted his life for Indians. There is not a single complaint against him.
Karma Yoga.
Karma Yogi, 100%. And I don't belong to BJP or RSS or Congress. I am a businessman.
So in 2025,
Yeah.
and I'm being very transparent here with
Please.
you, okay? I have a lot of younger entrepreneur friends
Yeah.
who have openly voiced leaving the country because they don't want to deal with the politicians.
No. They are stupid. There cannot be a pleasant life if you leave India. See, India is a spiritual country. Your happiness will go. See, many people, to save some illegally gotten money, they go and settle in other countries. Then you can ask me, Siva, you also took a Seychelles passport. I took a Seychelles passport because to avoid cases, I had a lot of small petty problems with the politicians. I will not do if the climate was like this. Okay, if I am given a choice, I will again take an Indian passport and live here comfortably. I have a OCI card now.
Yeah.
Okay, I would not advise anybody to leave India and go. India is the future business. There are two countries which will have lot of wealth. One is India, second is China. And today, all countries think about India in their business plan. They think about Indians in the product. Services, India. Okay. India is going to improve in the next 5 years tremendously. While everybody is talking about 5 trillion economy, I am able to visualize a 50 trillion economy in the next 40 years in India.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is based on your 30, 40 years of business
Yeah,
experience.
because here is the family system.
Hmm.
Okay. Whatever improvements, Ranveer, you will take care of your mother today in India. In abroad, there is no system like that. There is no family concept there.
Yep.
And also look at the different kind of food available in India. Yeah. To eat this food, I need to be born 7 times in India. And for healing, India is the best place.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh,
Hypothetically speaking, if there's a business person who's growing, who's
Yeah.
gone beyond 100 crores, is
Yeah.
very ambitious in life, wants to become a billionaire. At some point, they will attract the attention of the world of politics.
that will also change in the next 5 years. You know, all digital has been introduced. In the next 15 years, I visualize there won't be any number 2 money.
No black money.
No black money. Black money can be used only in toilet to wash.
Okay.
Black money will not be useful. And the legal system will become perfect.
Yeah. You've interacted with Mukesh sir as well?
Yeah. I interacted with Mr. Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani.
Okay.
See, Anil Ambani knows finance better than anybody in India. So I am 100% sure Anil Ambani is just broke now. He will come back with 50 billion.
Hmm.
And There are so many allegations unnecessarily with Mr. Gautam Adani. He will become like Elon Musk, 300 billion, 400 billion. You are going to watch. After 10 years, you look at this episode. You will appreciate me that I predicted 10 years back.
On what basis are you predicting it?
Because every investment these people have put, all infrastructure, and the country is growing. Our people are becoming smarter. Our people are becoming good consumers. India is consuming lot of things now.
Pardon this question, okay? I'm
Please,
just trying to...
I am willing to pardon any question. Go ahead.
Even so, what ended up happening in your case, where you had to make the company file for bankruptcy?
Yeah.
When one goes through that on a professional basis,
Yeah.
you said that day that you wrote a game plan for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? But you're writing that game plan based on your network and your experiences and all your learnings, all your mistakes that you've had over the years.
Yeah.
That helps you craft that game plan.
Yeah.
Usually, where does that game plan begin? You have to make calls to your network.
Yeah. I have to make a call network knowingly that most of the people won't take my calls.
Oof.
See, once you have fallen, 95% of your friends will not respond to you. I'll tell you a joke. When I was having my $80 million plane, I have given loan to the plane to several people and given lift to 2,000 people. None of them helped me. When I was fallen, only 2-3 people helped me. Ratan Tata was nice to me. Okay. And there is a friend I have, Mr. Nadarajan, who is in Sriram Group. There is another friend, Mr. Gurumurthy. Then one of the editor, Cho Ramasamy, is dead. A few people only was able to help me, listen to me and motivate me.
What did you learn about human beings?
I have a full trust on them. Okay. So whenever I meet people and they say no, I don't take that as no till they say yes. I keep on trying. I believe in all human beings.
Was it mentally tough for you at all?
Every day morning I start. I see problems. That day it is very important. The next day it becomes second important because new problem comes. And you keep solving. It's not sad. It is life. See, you follow Stoic principle. You worry only what it is under your control. If it is not under your control, don't worry at all.
You know, this statement that has been used, ki losing $1 billion and all that.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
I had no attachment with money. I was having attachment with success, and money is a byproduct. Success is my main product. So I said, okay, I will get one more success. In that, the byproduct will come.
Wow.
And what is money? Money, I loved it because of the purchasing capacity. While many people stack their money in the Swiss bank account, I spent the money. Think like Siva enjoyed the money. While we are in this topic, I want to tell you one thing.
Please, sir.
For 2025, all our viewers should do 4 things. First, do things what made you successful more. Then what has not made successful, stop doing or do less. And do something new for 2025.
Beautiful. This is billionaire mindset.
Yes.
You know, people keep talking about billionaire mindset. But it's a very Indian and nuanced billionaire mindset.
And visualize your success in advance. See, one of the problem Indians don't do is they are not visualizing the success. See, I visualized my success when I was studying in my 10th standard. I used to imagine I want to have a couple of cars and I want to build a building, couple of floors. Nothing I imagined one. So much so, when I went to see a girl to get married, my father cautioned me, this marriage, you don't need numbers, you only need quality. So get one wife only. So I got one wife. And I'm so happy about it.
Yeah. There's a lot of stability that the wife brings in the journey, right?
No, yes.
What is the role of the wife in all this?
They are partner in your business and in your life.
Yeah.
Because the last day when you want to leave Ranveer, you are not going to complain that you should have come for your podcast earlier, you should have worked more than that. You will be looking at only your wife and you will realize you should have spent more vacations, more me time, more quality time. So when you get a chance, Ranveer, spend quality time with your girlfriend, with your wife, with your mother, with your father, and whatever your mother desires and wife desires, please fulfill. That will give you a lot of satisfaction to you. My father died when he was 93 years old. Now I can't fulfill any of his wishes. But I ensured that for 30 years, whatever he wanted, I will fulfill.
Yeah. What was your conversation with your wife when this whole SL thing was happening?
My wife supported it. You know, I'll tell you a funny decision. Boeing chairman I and Ratan Tata meet. Boeing chairman asked Ratan Tata, please buy the plane. Ratan Tata said, Siva will buy the plane. And to get rid of it, I told Boeing chairman, if you can deliver a plane in 1 week, I will buy. He delivered it in 1 week. Then the only person that I spoke about this plane is with my wife, not with my staff or anybody. I asked her, am I doing a right decision, darling? My wife said, please buy. I asked her, give me one reason why I should buy. No, if you buy this plane, you will use it for business and enjoy it. I am not looking at $80 million. This will allow my husband to enjoy the plane, so please buy.
Wow.
So I had a great wife. And I have a great son.
Hmm.
And you know, I'll tell you a real incident. I bought MCM house in America. I had a housekeeper. I appointed one American lady with $60,000 salary to look after the house. One day I came. Nobody was in the house, but she was there. And she had one son, 8 years old. I was talking to him and sent him. And I told her that, please encourage your son. He will come up very well. He said, I want him to be like your son. I'm not worried about money. I then said, what is that you like with my son? You see, I live in America. When you make a call to this US house, your son takes. He is sitting while talking in the phone. You can't see whether he is standing. He stands and talks to you. That kind of respect to a son gives. I want a son like that. So that made me proud. So I have a lovely son. I enjoyed him. I had a good wife. I enjoyed. Other things I enjoyed, it is not for podcast.
What is the best gift you've ever given your wife?
See, that is a very difficult thing. I gave myself. I looked after my wife's heart better than my heart. That is a gift.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Because my wife cannot be made with any money.
You know, as I grow older, even I'm realizing this, especially when I meet people like yourself, because so many of us younger guys want to get successful.
Yes.
But this is so beautiful, sir.
Yes.
I think she's your motivation also, right?
Yes.
How,
No, she stood with me all the problems.
even when the world left.
The world will not leave. That is a mistake people think. The world was never with you. You are assuming that the world is with you. The world is never with you because nobody is bothered about you or your company. It is all bullshit when people say, I love him, I love the company. It is all people's lies. They love themselves, and that is the right thing to do.
It's human nature.
And if you are useful to them, they will continue to love you.
When you guys sat in that private jet
Yes.
and you know, looked back at the years of growing steadily,
Yes.
going through whatever you all went through, what did you all talk to each other about?
But the peculiarity of my wife is she has not put any value for money. So money was not our discussion in the family. See, we will all eat together. My wife will cook. We never discussed money in the dining table. Money is a byproduct. Success was a main product.
Yeah.
See, when you focus on byproduct, you fail in success. No industrialist, no politician is focusing on a byproduct. Is there any politician you heard in Bombay or in Chennai that I want to become a chief minister because I want to make 30,000 crore per year? No. I want to build the state.
Yeah.
You know, there was a king who asked a poet, how do I improve? The poet said, the field should have water, then the plant will rise, and that will raise the people, and when people rise, the king rise.
Beautiful. Empower others.
Yeah.
So your wife was a great wife, right?
Yes.
What did she do for you that you think she's a great wife?
She put my head in the right place. For a businessman, there will be always a conflict between the head what says and the heart what he feels. And the only person who can help you to put correct in that situation is your wife.
Because she knows you better than your parents also.
Yes.
Hmm.
No, the parents also knows, but parents somehow after you get married, they give you freedom to do it together. That is why a housewife is a partner both in business and the thing.
Yeah.
I sincerely feel Mukesh Ambani's success is also can be contributed how well his wife managed the family.
Yeah.
Look at Rita Ambani.
Hmm. And his mind as well.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you ever spoken to him about this?
No.
Okay. But it's an understood thing, I think, in the billionaire
Yeah.
world. You rarely see a successful man who does not have some kind of stability in family life. It's,
No, all successful families have got stability.
yeah.
You take Mr. Gautam Adani. He has a beautiful family. His children are now taking and running.
Yeah.
Uh,
What keeps all these people going, sir? Like, why do they keep growing in life?
because they have a moving ambition. They have a moving goal. See, one goal you attain, then they move for the next goal. See, if the same principle everybody adopts, people will win. See, when you do something and you are satisfied with, you are a dead man. For the next day, for you to be alive, you need to come out with a new goal.
Can I tell you one random, unrelated thing?
Yes.
You know Skand Kartikeya?
Yeah.
I've started doing Muruga like prayers.
Very good. Please come to Chennai. I will take you to all the 6 Murugan temples.
thanks.
Allocate a day.
Okay.
Come with your friend.
Yeah.
Then I will take you to 6 Murugan temples. My son name is Saravana. Saravana means Murugan.
Oh, wow. Okay. As you keep praying to a particular deity, you feel certain traits of that deity.
Yeah, your speed will improve.
Yeah.
Your happiness will improve.
Physical energy also.
Physical energy will improve.
Yeah. It's kind of like Hanumanji, but slightly different.
Yeah.
Where I'm going with this is, there was a phrase that Rajarshi Nandi told me about Skand. He said that it's one of the most masculine deities. And he said that every time you're feeling even a little unsure about yourself, do the prayer to
Give
Muruga.
you speed.
Yeah. And he's like, especially, you know, when you're in a mission-oriented part of your career.
Yes.
As I'm speaking to you, I feel a lot of that Muruga energy.
Thank you. But as you mentioned Hanuman, I want to tell you one thing for business, how Hanuman reported.
Please.
After visiting Sita in Sri Lanka, he said, Kandeen ennidu kangalal kappinu kiniya Sithayai. He said, seen in my both eyes, chastity Sita. It's a very good communication subject for business. So, when you do something, understand the essence. So, after studying Ramayana for 2 months, I took a break. I came out how to choose employees with the 8 qualities. Do you want me to tell?
Please, please.
First, choose an employee who will understand what you say. Then, whatever he understood, he should keep it in his head. Then, whatever he keeps it in head, he should bring it back whenever he requires. Then, he should develop a skill to explain you in a way that anyone can understand. Then, he should understand the essence of the thing. And then, if people show their intelligence in wrong way, they should understand. And then, we should know what is in their mind without their telling. If you find any employee who fulfills this 8, please pay him 1 crore salary and keep him with you. You are sure of winning.
Wow. Career learning from the Ramayana.
Yes. No, Ramayana, if you can follow Ramayana, you will win in anything.
You know, you keep speaking about Arjuna mindset also.
Yes, yes. See, to understand, I saw Bhagavad Gita in your receiving room.
Yeah.
See, the first thing that helped me to Bhagavad is to understand Bhagavad Gita, you need Arjuna's state of mind. I will tell you why. If you are thirsty, you appreciate water. If you are hungry, you appreciate food. If you are under the sun, you appreciate air conditioning. So you need to have Arjuna's state of mind so you understand.
which is a self-improvement oriented
Yes,
state of mind.
yes.
You need to want to jump to the next
Yes.
level. That's when,
In other words, you follow empathy and charisma and prayers all together by understanding Arjuna.
yeah, why is it that all the billionaires that I've met through the show, through life,
Yeah.
they are all into Mahabharat, Ramayan.
Because that is the only way they made the billion. See, let us assume here that I am real God Shiva and I have some $100 trillion money to distribute. I need to set a qualification, for whom I want to give.
Wow.
Ah,
So you're saying, so I actually read this quote in Autobiography of a Yogi.
yeah,
It said that both money and fame are toys in the hand of God,
yes,
right? And
Yeah.
whenever God wants his presence to be felt in someone's life, he'll throw some money or fame
Ah.
at them.
he will
Saying,
reward you.
yeah, take child.
In order to do your karma better. See, I sincerely felt whenever I made money, God is making me comfortable only to serve the society.
I hear you.
I am so lucky I had the best food. Part of my health is very good in 68 years is because of the 40 years of good food I took. Okay?
You don't look 68.
Ah,
You look like much younger.
thank you.
Even energy levels, like who'd tell you're 68?
No, my energy level is 18. My problem is over energy. In the night time, my watch will say in 1.5 hours you are going to sleep. You cut down your energy. So basically, I go and take a hot shower. The body has got two core body temperature. One is the skin temperature, one is a thing. And it will dump the heat and prepare me for my sleep. Then I black out my bedroom and don't look at blue lights for 2 hours. And then I do meditation for 10 minutes. I bring down my heart rate and sleep.
Yeah. Same. What were your mistakes? Like in your eyes, when you look back at your whole career?
My mistake is very simple. I never thought that I have skills to build powerful enemies, which now I see that I have built powerful enemies. And second, I have not spent time in analyzing who can harm me. I only realized when the harm was in fully placed. And I always believed that government will come and help me for reason unknown to me. I thought, like Ramayana, when Raman pressed the squirrel, squirrel was not making any noise. So Raman realized he is pressing the squirrel. So he asked squirrel, why you are not making noise? It said, when other people press me, I will say, Ram, Ram, save me. But Ram itself pressing me for whom I call. Actually, I never imagined in my life that government will press me. So I am not able to call anyone. All these days, I had a wrong notion. Since I am very transparent, I am doing business, I am helping India and everything, the government will protect me. And I still believe, somewhere in my mind, when my case is finally heard in the court, the judiciary system will help me and the government will help me at that time. And sometimes I feel all this problem came to me for getting more happiness. See, I bought a shoe when I was young, one time in Switzerland. I like it, the ballet shoe. That guy gave me half size less. But when I removed the shoe, I was so happy. 10 minutes I asked myself, why the hell I am happy? Because it was hurting me. So now I have learned to be happy without money also.
What was the most expensive purchase you had made?
One island I bought, houses I bought.
Island
Ah,
in near India?
yeah, I own one. I used to own, now no longer I sold. I bought 2 islands in Seychelles.
Oh,
The
wow.
entire island is mine.
Damn.
And then I bought a house in Seychelles, America, Canada, London.
What was in your heart?
See, I want to make palm oil. I want to be the world's largest producer of palm oil. So I took a globe map. Wherever the equator goes, I bought land. I bought 200,000 acres of land in Papua Guinea
Oh, wow.
to grow. And I bought in Argentina olive farm. Australia, I bought olive farm. Africa, I bought a lot of land and started cultivating palm. So like that, I was a crazy guy.
But you're still in that business?
No, I filed bankruptcy,
Okay.
Uh,
Got it.
Now, when I came to India, 7,000 crore was a liability of my family company. My father was running it. I came to help him. I took the burden. I promised my father I will sort out all these things. Now I am at the last 360 crore.
This minus 7,000 to this minus 300 that you,
Crore.
how did you do this journey?
I sold all the assets. I lived in a fancy house, 524 crores. Sold it. Sold all my properties. Moved to a hotel where I get ROM. ROM is return on management.
What is that?
See, suppose you spend 1 hour and you achieve how much. So in that 1 hour, if you can achieve, you repeat.
Okay, you're saying economics of time.
Return on management time.
Okay.
See, money, you can get it for interest.
Hmm.
So you want tomorrow 5,000 crore, you can borrow. Depending on your rating, if it is Ambani's, they will get at 5%. If it is Adani's, they will get at 6%. If it is Ranveer and Siva, we will get it at 14%. Okay? And then we do a transaction and take the difference.
Got it. Wow. So, we were speaking about that day where you made the game plan to make your money again.
Yes.
Obviously, a big part of that game plan is also raising capital for whatever you're planning next.
No, raising capital you will never win when you fallen. Then you have to attract the capital.
How do you attract?
See, it is like learning a language, acquiring a language.
Understood.
You attract because people are all greedy. See, as I told you, people are born with foolishness and think one of the issue for human beings is greedy. They are looking for always a higher level of income than what it is entitled. That is why people go and invest in stock market.
Got it.
Okay. So if you can explain your idea, which can be replicated all over. See, tomorrow, once I finish this 360 crore, I will go and attract equity from doctors. So I will tell any doctor out of these 18 lakh doctors, 600 doctors, please help me with 1 crore equity. I will help you to get 2 crore worth of consultancy business. And then I will give you equity. When I go for IPO, you will make 600 crore. So they will be easy to put. First they invest only 1 crore. They get back 2 crores in consultancy itself. And then they get 600 crores. So it's easier for me to invest. But they have to be qualified investors. If I take money from people who will not give me customer, but they are willing to write a 600 crore check, that is not useful to me.
Got it. Wow. Okay, so this is your experience speaking. And people are investing in your business based on your track record.
No, not only track record, based on my ability to win in that particular product or service.
Understood.
See, your past track record does not guarantee your future success. Your past failure also does not prevent you to get a future business.
Understood.
See, if you are an author, you are only as good as the last book you wrote. If you are a movie actor, you are only as good as the last movie which was successful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting knowing about these perspectives. This is not something you learn about in school or college.
No, I am ready to teach the entire 140 crore people. My job is to mentor ordinary people to become rich people.
How did it feel buying an island?
Because I wanted to feel that I am like my own country, Republic of Siva. See, long time, I don't know the reason. I had 5 desires. I wanted a country of residence in all continents. So I bought it.
Okay. Got it. Understood.
And I always want to build a business and sell it. Because I want to enjoy my life by experience.
You said you were in a house which was worth more than 500 crores.
524 crores. I had 71 bedrooms.
Oof.
71 rooms.
Where
out
is
of
this?
which you used from Chennai. I bought a 14-acre house in Fremont, California.
Oh, wow.
You can check 44896 Vista del Sol. Beautiful house with a helipad and everything.
Yeah?
I bought the best house which won the Best House Award in Canada.
Oh, wow.
In the Salt Spring Island. All my neighbors were widows with a minimum of 1 billion. Because once the Canadian rich people die, the widows come to that island. I came to know about this only after buying it. I had a 25-acre house.
But do they have neighbors ka
Yeah.
culture there?
Yeah.
Hey neighbor, what's up?
Yeah.
How's your $1 billion?
Nobody. See, the funny thing in Salt Spring Island, when I go in the car, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, all in the road, nobody will bother. You can stop the car and you can pluck.
Oh,
And I took asparagus from the tree itself and eat it. And cherries I eat from there itself.
wow. Where is this in Canada?
Vancouver. From Vancouver, it is a thing.
I'm very curious about your Chennai house.
Yeah.
You said 524 crores and 71 rooms.
And then they demolished.
They demolished it.
Then I bought back half of that house. Now I have a 2-acre plot. But I don't want to build a house now. First, I want to solve all the problems. Make my money, then build.
What was the craziest thing in that house of yours?
Everything was crazy. I never lived a normal life in my whole life.
Yeah.
Because every day I enjoy my life as if this is the last day of my life.
Can I tell you one thing on a very brotherly level and
Yes,
not?
please.
Okay. I love how extreme you are in some ways. You know?
Yeah.
In a good way, I'm saying that.
Yeah, no, in a bad way also, good way also. Say, actually, I will tell you, there is nothing called good or bad.
Yeah.
In every goodness, there is some little badness. Every badness, there is some little goodness.
Does money buy happiness?
No. But money is essential for happiness.
How does tension feel in that world? You know, where there's a big house, there's good cars, there's good food, services. But one has to still deal with the tension of business.
Yeah. You are used to it. See, for example, I can show you my things to do list. I have right now 33 problems. And next month it may become 51 or it may become 71.
Just keep doing.
Keep doing.
You're in a state of flow.
Keep doing.
Execution.
See, businessman's success only depends on repetitive action. You are a politician, learn to speak same thing. Keep on speaking. If you are a musician, keep on singing till you die. If you are an actor like Amitabh Bachchan, keep on acting.
Wow.
There is no alternative.
Effectively, it's your craft, right?
Yes.
Focus on the craft.
Because you are no longer working or living for yourself. You are living for yourself and for others.
Why did you buy houses abroad? Just
I liked it because I used to go to a favorite shopping place called Costco. When I go as a visitor, I buy everything in large volumes and then I don't have a place that I can't bring. So I thought if a house is there, I will enjoy. I like it, larger houses, big swimming pools, outer things.
Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed everything. I'm a very peculiar guy.
How did your parents feel about all that?
They felt happy. They saw me happy. They felt happy.
On some level, na, I mean, I don't know if you also feel the same. I'm just trying to get to know you.
Please.
Just want to be a good man, you know, in life.
I love this.
Yeah. I think that's the core intention
Yeah.
behind everything.
And I bless
right?
you to have all of
Thank
this.
you. Thank you, sir.
The only difference I have with you is I don't have patience to wait for next 20 years for you to achieve. Please do every damn thing in 5 years.
Yeah. No, thank you, sir. Definitely, I'll tell you, this conversation, something shifted inside me as we move forward in this conversation. I think we've reached almost the end of it, sir.
Very good.
Few questions are
Please.
left. After doing so many businesses,
Yeah.
you also started barista, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, I've been going to barista since I was like 4 years old, 5 years old.
Yeah.
Can't believe I was drinking the coffee that you designed in your
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because in India, nobody knows espresso at that time.
Yeah.
I used to drink in Switzerland. So I brought them. I introduced them in Indian railway station for 10 rupees. And then I sold my company for $100 million to Italian company, Lavazza.
I mean, sir, like, you've run so many businesses successfully.
Yes.
What was that business where you said you did underwater cables from America?
Yeah, submarine cable. I put it for 1.2 billion.
Submarine cable.
And you know, the data that you speak, it has to come. Fortunately, that company Tyco Tata's bought it.
This is internet, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
internet,
internet cables which you lay under the ocean.
After seeing me only, so, Sunil Mittal also put one cable. Reliance put one cable. Now India is well connected. Now India's data is 1/5 of the world data.
Mm.
Now, because we had a good rule that our data cannot be taken away from India, now there are so many places here. Cloud computing in
Yeah.
India is useful.
What do you learn about the ocean when you go about that business?
See, the ocean is measurable depth. I'll tell you a joke. Some place of ocean is only 80 meters, 100 meters depth. But some place it is 10,000 meters. So we put a cable and the data has to be repeated. So we put a big repeaters. And anytime cable cuts, one cut will cost me $600,000 to fix it.
That's the challenge of that business. And how does it get cut?
Or by the trawlers or by fishermen non-intentionally.
You learned anything about marine life when you were doing
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Like what?
We can have a separate podcast for marine life. But if you like good thing, you go to Andaman, go near Sink Island. You will be able to see beautiful marine life. You come to Seychelles. For 1,000 miles, we don't have any human beings. So there is no chemical pollutant we are putting in the water. It's a clean ocean. So you can see.
Wow.
And there is no pollution at all there.
Now, almost the end of the podcast, sir. It's a very inspirational conversation, on so many levels. They often say that one doesn't learn much from success, but one learns a lot from failure.
See, one thing I need to explain to you. You can learn from failure. You can learn from success. If you are smart, please learn from my 50 years experience what mistake you should not do. Because it is not that you want to do mistake and learn. You do a different mistake. Okay. But for the viewers, the takeaway should be 3 things. Change your thinking and change your life. Push yourself hard for action. The only person who can help you is you. And your health, you can get 80 marks free just by breathing and sleeping.
Yeah. Okay. One last question
Please.
for today. Let's break down this last point because I keep saying this to a lot of younger content creators.
Yeah.
People ask me that, what do you think has helped you survive over 9 years? You know, because in content, careers get over in 3 years.
Yeah.
We've been here for 9. We intend on being here for 10 more years at least. I always say that I've taken a lot of care of my physical health. And I feel like my physical health gives me energy to perform.
No, actually, you're not telling it correctly. You took care of your mental health.
Yeah.
Your mental said, please take care of the physical health.
Yeah, true.
Your brain health was good. Okay, otherwise it won't. Then there is a inbuilt advantage for you. You are able to focus. Most of the other people, after 2-3 years, they become defocused. So to win, what you need customers. You are focusing on customers. Then you need to understand who is your competitors. Third, you need to fuel your business. You need profit. You need to pay salaries. Then you need to focus. These 4 words, if you practice, any business, you will be successful.
It's why the arrow.
Yeah.
Arjuna mindset.
Yes.
Finally, for the Gen Zs watching this, sir,
Yeah.
from a health perspective,
Yeah.
what's your input?
I will give you 4 things. My favorite item, first time I want your viewers to view, is orange sweet potato. Please take.
Because it has more vitamin
Difference, you know how much time? 1,410 times. Imagine if you take 100 grams of this orange sweet potato, it is equivalent to 1,000 kilos of other potato. So please take this. Then sweet purple potato you take, anthocyanin is there. Then please take urud dal with the skin. Make black idli without removing the urud dal in the idli with the skin. And then add green apple, cut into pieces and put it in your dal. That will create enzyme for your body. Please test and clear your vitamin D. It is cofactor for 200 functions. And in order to eliminate and get a good skin and your brain protection, everything, please don't smoke, don't drink, and take 4 grams of omega-3 every day because you are consuming seed oil. Next one, your body is producing only 3 grams of glycine, but you need 13 grams of glycine. So take 5 to 10 gram of glycine and take a magnesium, because that is cofactor for 500 functions in your body.
Hmm.
Okay. And please walk for 30 minutes. Okay. And then another advice for young people, Gen Z, in order not to get diabetes, please consume most of your calories before 5 o'clock.
Hmm. True.
Or once in 30 minutes, walk for 2 minutes.
Hmm.
Sitting leads you to cancer. If you sit continuously for 8 hours a day and not active, there's a 53% you will develop cancer, diabetes.
Yeah. I think my main input here is that Gen Z needs to understand that if you want to own the islands and the multiple houses, actually this stuff is the core of it.
Yes. They will. Why they should own only island? They can own anything. All they have to dream. And if you don't know how to dream, open your eyes and dream. That is called fantasy.
Beautiful.
You can actualize it. Take action.
Shiva sir,
Yeah.
I hope this is not the last time we do an episode with you.
Yeah,
I
thank
would
you.
I would love to do so
No,
many more.
I will come for the next episode, and I will tell your viewers how they should gain 43 lakhs 30,000 seconds in their life. That is equal to 15 years of life.
Wow.
They can extend by spending only 10 rupees.
Okay.
Okay.
Good conversation
Thank
for
you.
you.
Good conversation.
You had fun?
Fun.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm just glad we got to put your face out.
Yeah.
And I'm glad on a human level I got to meet
Know
you
me.
in
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
sir.
yeah. No
So
problem.
thank you.
Yeah.
Lot of gratitude.
Thank
and
you. Thank
I
you.
feel like, sometimes when I'm praying to God at night, I always pray that, how when we were growing up, sometimes you just had the right presences enter your life. You had like maybe an elder brother, a cousin, someone you met through football or cricket, and they guide you. So I have that with the show as
See,
well.
in the people of 7 billion, I had the fortunate thing to meet you.
No,
So
same.
I also think like that.
No.
Okay, God gives the connections.
Yeah,
Okay,
I pray for this, these kind of days. So just very grateful to you.
Very good.
And by meeting you, I feel God has answered a few of my
No
prayers.
problem.
Thank you.
We will
Thank you.
make
sir.
a beginning.
That was the episode for today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always been one of my intentions to bring out business lessons, bring out life lessons through great Indian stories just like this. Make sure you follow Shiva sir's handles. We'll link them down below. Follow all his work on Ivo Health and spread the word about this particular podcast. I think there's a lot of podcasts that cover the success stories of people, but it's also very important to get to know the difficulties that great human beings have faced over the course of their life. All the love and support to Shiva sir and everything that he does. I think that he's only beginning to bounce back in life. Hope to host Shiva sir on the show once again because he's one of those human beings that has an infinite number of lessons held within his mind and heart. Thank you for listening in. This was our Indian business special on TR.